Joanne here.
Hi, Holly.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Boy, I hope you don't take this personally, but you look like you've been on a real bender the last few days. I don't know.
I have. See, look, and I
Wow,
even
look at-
bought them with me.
So this is the thing that started the whole world of Trainli.
This is the original one.
This is the original one.
Yes, that's the original Railbender that started the business.
There it is, folks. Okay. So if you want to start your own business,
Don't do a Railbender.
get into
It's patented.
Get into garden railroading. So, what is a railbender?
Well, a Railbender is a instrument that you use in order to bend both rails simultaneously.
So it's sort of like the toothbrush, in fact that you're actually brushing multiple teeth. They don't call it the teeth brush. We call this a rail bender,
Yes.
and it actually should be a rails bender, right?
Oh, that's a very good point. It should be a rails
bender.
because it's doing both at the same time.
All the other ones are just, for the most part, a single one.
Right,
And
a single one.
boy, let me tell you, I laid on the original track here hundreds, and if not thousands of feet of track
I
using
know.
a single rail bender, and it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Trying to get those rails to match up,
Yes.
and then you have to
Yes.
then thread them through the ties
Yeah.
and on a curve in both of them, and we spent more time
Putting it absolutely.
putting that track together.
And the beauty of this is the fact that not only are you bending both rails at the same time, but if you get also the clamp, the keep parallel clamp, it'll keep one end straight. So therefore, when it comes time for you to make the cut, you're only going to make one cut. So depending on how much you're going to be using for your layout and track, it may become cost effective, as opposed to having bits and pieces just everywhere that have no purpose and no use to you. What we love about this is the fact that it is manufactured in Switzerland. And as I said, this is the original. So it's been around for a good 18 years. And it is the little gift that keeps on giving. You can use this time and time again, because that's one of the things that people would say to us, wow, it's kind of expensive. And we're going, yes, because you are paying for the fact of the materials that it's made out of. It will last forever. And it's not something that you're going to use once and then discard. You will use this to make corrections as your layout expands. You will use it for your future projects. And if you live in certain areas where you have frost or what have you, you are going to need to tweak it in the spring. And the reason why that we're doing a Railbender video, it's because spring is around the corner. And therefore, I thought it was a great time to reintroduce the product to people who are not familiar with it and those who are thinking about expanding or it's time to tweak their layout. So, as I said in a previous video, we like to bring new product out into the market. One of the things that you'll find is we really specialize in code 332. G-scale. However,
And just for those of you getting new into the hobby, you can get different heights
yes,
of rail, and the most common is what's 332. That's
right, for
the
our
height
scale,
of it.
yes.
And for G scale, and that rail is a little bit thicker and is, I'd say, a little bit more sturdy.
Yes, it's very robust.
Very robust. But for the, we affectionately call the rivet counters that want to have the scale
Right.
rail,
Right.
then the other size is the
Code 250,
code 250.
which we have right here. This is the code 250. This is the code 332. And here, even though that we do not carry the smaller scales, meaning the engines, the cars, what I have found is that there are some of our clients where they have multiple scales.
Wait. Now you're telling me that you actually talk and associate with people that model in a different scale?
Yes.
There's something other than G?
Yes. There is definitely something other than G, and
Well,
they,
gee whiz, who knew
that's
that?
right. And they have it, so therefore we said, why not? Because this is such a great product, also introduce it to the other scales. So we have it in HO, we have it in O, and the newest addition to the family of Railbenders is this one. This, we call it the SM32, and this is primarily for code 200 rail. And we had a couple of inquiries. Somebody was looking for it. One was in the UK, the other gentleman was in Australia. And we said, let's reach out to our Swiss manufacturer and say, do you have this? And he said, yes. So we said, well, why not introduce it also onto our website? So now you have a complete choice. When you're looking for Railbenders, you either go code 332, 250, H, HO, O, and now for the code 200 rail, which is pretty exciting. I mean, when you start out with just one product and then you watch it evolve into literally having a suite of Railbenders, it's amazing.
And you said this was the model of this one is?
It's called an SM32.
The Binford SM32. Now, for those of you that catch that TV reference. But yeah, that's quite a selection now of these Railbenders.
Yes.
And I remember having that conversation years ago with Axel about, I was doing the stainless steel track.
Oh gosh, yes.
And using the single Railbender. And first of all, that stuff's like, you know, almost need to be like Superman to bend that stuff.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And then I remember cranking it with a single Railbender.
Yes.
And then Axel saying, no, you should buy one of these. These are a lot better. And it's like, yeah, but that's really, you know, a lot more than the other ones. And I'm almost done with my layout. And so I'm really not going to need it. And he, you know, we talked some more, and so I ended up getting one. And oh my God, that was just like better than sliced bread. It is so easy to use.
Yes, it is.
And the Trainli track comes already assembled.
Absolutely.
And one of the things I think for those of you that are getting new into the model and into this hobby, there's two different types of track that you can get. One is sectional track, where you buy out each section of track and then hook that together.
Right.
You wouldn't necessarily use this on those because the ties are all set and they're fixed. You use this on the flex track, which are usually six feet sections. And the sectional track works great if you're just talking about
it's a little add-ons. It makes sense.
Or you're just doing a small indoor or outdoor. But I always tell people, having your roadbed, spend your time in your roadbed and your track.
Absolutely.
And that eliminates a lot of maintenance and problems in the future. And what is so nice about this one also is that once your track is put together and you're using the rail clamps, the Trainli rail clamps, these will actually work over those rail clamps. So you can connect the track together, and
it's seamless.
It's seamless.
It really is. And another thing, even though that we carry the code 332 and the code 250, we also have what's known as the conversion kit. Let's say, for example, you happen to model both of these scales. All you need to do is get the conversion kit. If you have a 332, you can convert it to a 250. So therefore, there is no necessity of going out and purchasing another one. You can make that conversion, which we just absolutely think it's so pragmatic, so to speak. And hearkening back to the track, what we loved about the track is the fact that people say, well, it's not straight track. It is straight track by sheer virtue. When you take it out of the box, it's straight. If you don't bend it, that's all that there is to it. But the fact that the ties are an accordion. So with that Railbender, you don't have to make cuts and snips if you want to turn it left and right. You just have it turn whichever way you want, and voila, and it happens. So this is truly a product that we absolutely love. And as I said, we are hobbyists in this hobby. And when Axel first got his, he was very adamant with the inception of the business that if he didn't want to use it, nobody else should. So that was the philosophy, and it has withstood the test of time.
Yeah, and you know, mine I use regularly throughout the summer because we'll get some, you know, especially on a larger where we have thousands of feet of track, we'll get a little bit of heat expansion.
That's
and
right.
It is. I mean, this is just like pushing. It's just
like ironing a shirt.
Oh yeah, it's as smooth as butter. You put it on there, you can just roll it back and forth. And a lot of times, you know, we're always adding and making changes and so forth to our layout. You can take the curves out of the track.
Absolutely.
And put it back to straight again.
Absolutely.
Or bend it another direction. So this is quite handy.
Quite the product.
And you know, this is your original one, and I've used
Looks
this
great.
outside.
Yes, you have. You have borrowed it.
I borrowed it. Remember, I had 2 or 3 of these at one time when we're laying hundreds and hundreds of feet of track. A couple people working with it, but not that we would recommend this. But the one I've had has been dropped, kicked, in the dirt, in the sand, in the snow.
Well, it's galvanized steel.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's you really can't destroy it.
It's pretty bulletproof.
Yeah.
So that's not a challenge to all of you folks out there in YouTube land to go ahead and get one of these and try and break it. But under normal use, they're pretty,
that's right.
pretty bulletproof.
Absolutely. I agree. So here you have it. This is the suite of Railbenders that we offer, and I'm certain you're going to love it.
Well, sweet. Well, thank you very much for coming in on your bender here and showing us the suite of Railbenders, the product that launched Trainli.
Yes.
And if you'd like to get one of these or have any more questions, go ahead and please contact us at Trainli. We're on the web and also we're on Facebook. Please like us and follow us on all the social media.
Absolutely. Instagram,
Facebook, YouTube. And we will see you next time on Trainli TV. I'm Holly McLean.
I'm Joanne Tillman.
And thank you so much for watching.